Stream is live. Do we have anybody? Oh, 4 people. Cool. Okay. Are we live? We're good to go. So welcome everybody. Friday. Thank God it's Friday. We're just going to give you a little 20-minute overview here of what we do. And then we've left another 10 minutes for any Q&A. Want to welcome everybody here. This is an exciting time for us. This was something that we hadn't really thought about when we first created the program. But with more and more people looking for, to make extra money, to do good, of course, I think this is a perfect time, and it's a real win-win-win, which, as you know, we like. So let's get right into it, Brian. So the problem, I'm going to put my glasses on. Problem is I can't see. No. The problem, the world's changing and it's fast. I've got like 4, maybe 5. I think I got 5 AIs open on my computer right now that I work with for different things. I mean, and as has been the case, it's getting worse and worse. There's no guaranteeing jobs. Somebody said to me last week, job security. I'm like, what? What? What the hell? That's an oxymoron. There's no such thing as job security. You can get let go for any time for any reason. And one guy said, well, I do this. And I said, if your company merges tomorrow with another company, that's the bigger of the two, and they've got a guy that's your position, where you think they're going to keep 2 guys doing the same position? Of course not. There is no job security. So these numbers are attest to that. And quite frankly, younger people today anyway don't really care about job security because they like changing jobs quickly. Between a year and 2 years, they'll move on. So it's a big problem, and the world is changing fast, and we got to change with it, right? So the gap. So the world doesn't need more side hustles. We've got, there's some really great industries that I'm a proponent of. I think that they are great. They allow people to do things like network marketing, which a lot of people love network marketing. Get educated on it. It's not for everybody, but it's done well for a lot of people, and given them a job and a lifestyle. But we don't need more side hustles, though. We need purpose-paid ones. This is why actually we're kind of integrating a lot of the stuff we do in other memberships. So people want, in the impact space, people want transparency. In fact, they demand it today. The industry wants sustainability, and we need collaboration. Now it exists. So the solution is the Do Good Society. That's what we built it for. We built a membership so that we could provide full transparency, create sustainability, but making sure every one of our members is going to win way more than they put in, and then make it a collaboration model so that we can work with the existing space, and create new ones that are coming up. So welcome to the Ambassador Program. So the Ambassador Program, it's the wrong slide, Brian, but you got the volunteer one. Yep, thank you. So Ambassador Program is basically, it's a side hustle with a purpose, but it really makes it, simple, because we've used a lot of psychology in this, and with over 200 million North Americans taking at least one leisure trip every single year, we wanted to make sure that we were finding out what they were doing and then creating a membership that was going to benefit them at the same time benefiting us, because they're not necessarily, the benefits that are aligned. With some people, they will be, but with some, they won't, and that's okay. So that's why we did what we did. So in this shared mission, we pay the membership fee in both Canada and the United States is $48.70 a month. And our entire goal was to make sure that every person paying $48.70 a month was going to save more over the course of the year, far more, quite frankly, minimum double, than it was costing them. And the reason that is because the second one is sustainability. We want you to do it forever. In our focus groups, when we explain the program to the Gen Zs, obviously up and comers, they have different ways of looking at things. And we said, after, are you going to do it forever? The majority of the answers were, why would we stop? That's called creating sustainability. So that's what you get. So with the 4870, as an ambassador, you receive $6 of that 4870 every month for as long as they're on it. And according to AC Nielsen, which we contracted to do an overview of the model and tell us how long people would stay on the model, according to them, they're the largest research company in the world, they said on average, people will stay on your program for 10 years. So this is truly residual income where you do it once and you're going to get paid over and over again. Yeah, Brian? So this a little bit more in detail about our membership. So we have a Perks app. I talked to you about the Travel Club. Travel Club is phenomenal. We'll match anything on, any public, Expedia, Booking.com, Amex. You go on there, get a price. If ours isn't cheaper, we'll match their price and we'll give you an additional 10%. You cannot lose on that. The other thing that we do that I don't know if anybody else does is you get a free trip every year. You're a member. You just go in, there's a whole bunch to choose from. You pick the one you want and you just pay the taxes. That's pretty cool. So if you're taking one trip, now you're going to get two. And if you're taking two or three, now you're going to get an extra one. Maybe you want to give to your kids or whatever. So that's that. And then, of course, we're doing the new one that we're just introducing now and getting a lot of brands is we wanted to add a lottery to it. We just took all the communities, that were the travel, the discounts. So you're going to get all these different things. And now we're adding a lottery to it that you'll be within the next 6 months, every single day, there'll be a draw to win cruise vacations and Airbnb and Ubers and all these different things that people use. So our goal is to make sure that you're going to save a minimum of 2 times, closer to 3 every single year. So when it comes to paying that fee, you're never going to question it. You're going to say, yeah, why would I stop? And that's the idea with the membership. Go ahead, Brian. So that's what we talk about. So here's the breakdown. This is what we're doing. We're talking about, over the next 6 months, what would it look like if you got this many members, and you can see. And that's the great thing about it is you can do this as fast as you want or as slow as you want. The formula for success, as I wrote in my post this morning on LinkedIn, is a consistent effort over time. So be consistent. Do it every day. Just talk to people. Ask them if they love travel. The whole thing about what we do is it's all about the individual you're talking to. You don't know if they give to charity or if they believe in the industry anymore or not. That's okay, but they do travel. They do go out to eat. They do all these different things. And so that's really, really important. And that's how we lead with this. That's not why we do it. We don't do it because we want people to get more off their travel or everything. We do it for our own selfish reasons. And you're about to hear about those right now. So why it works. So we're one of the first for-profit giving models in history. Every single thing that we do is built on these 3 pillars: transparency, sustainability, and collaboration. It is the future. That's what people are looking for right now. And if you give it to them, then you'll see a huge jump in the giving space. If you don't, it's going to continue to decline. That's why it works. And here's the big thing, I think, for us. We're bringing this up next, Brian, is so this is how you get started. But the one thing we didn't talk about is this. So we talked to people about everything I talked to you now. We talked about saving on travel. We've talked to you about the discount apps and getting discount. By the way, as we're just launching in Canada, any Canadians here, if you get on this, and you go into a restaurant and you say, hey, you guys know anything about the Do Good Society Perks app? And they'll probably say no, unless they're on the app already. Say, well, you should look into it because it doesn't cost anything. It's free marketing. And then you just give them a link where they can go on and find out how they get involved. And the beauty of that is the next time, if they do that, because most will, that's why we have over 1 million vendors right now in North America, because it costs them nothing. And the only thing they have to do is when we send them a client, They get a minimum 10% off. So that's another way where we keep people. You're going out and you're getting 10% off here. You buy a pizza, you get 10%. You go to Tim Hortons, you get 10%. All of a sudden, at the end of the month, it's like, hey, I saved $90 this month. That's pretty cool. The thing only cost me $46.70. So that was why we did it. But once all that goes to, and this is my favorite part, I say to people, it's great, all these perks and everything. You want to get started? They're like, yeah, I do. This is great. I said, well, there's one more thing. And this is where we come in. Because I've already said to people, this is why we do it. It's not about these things. So what is it? Well, about just in and around 70% of that 4870 is going back to feeding kids and eradicating homelessness. And you will get a quarterly statement that's put on our website of the actual good that you're participating in. So you get to see it, fully transparent. 70% of your money is going back there. So now when you travel, you're traveling with purpose. Now when you go out and get discounts at restaurants and everything, you're eating with purpose. So now there's a purpose in your life. And honestly, it's not about begging for anything. It's about integrating it to all these other things that we're doing. So here's we go, how to get started. We've got the link there. You turn your link into income and impact. I like that. And we've got some ways we're showing them now, Brian, exactly how to do that. So ambassador webinars, this is a great way to start and invite people, other people. We also have membership where you can invite people and give them your link and get us to educate them on why they should be a member. And then through your link, or you can use the recordings and send them out the recording and say, here's my link. If you like this, here's how you sign up. So it's done for you. So that's how it works. So every Friday we're here at 11:30, and I believe the membership one is on Wednesdays. Is that correct, Brian? Wednesdays at noon? Yes. Yeah. So it's a different one, but they'll be posted on social media and everything like that where you can send your members. Our job is to help ambassadors grow. But again, our real mandate on this, we're very transparent about it, is the more members we get, the more kids we can feed and the more people we can take off the street. That's what we do. That's what we're all about. So here's how, this thing obviously gives you a quick thing. That's how it goes. We believe doing good is the new social currency. We believe now, especially with the younger generation, you may or may not know this, but 75% of Gen Zs have openly said, and through surveys and everything, that they will only do business, either work for them or buy products from them, of corporations who are providing a measurable, understand that word because it's so important, a measurable social impact. So no longer a corporation is going to say, wow, we did this, we gave that gift or that amount of money to this charity or that. Gen Zs are saying, listen, we know that you don't really know where that money's going or what portion is going to do good. So that's no good anymore. That's not measurable. We want measurable. We provide measurable. We have quarterly impact reports going on our site saying, here it is, check it out. So this is really, really important. And we do believe it's going to be a new social currency. So with that, Brian, is that, we go through that? We went through that pretty quickly. Now I know there's some questions because we had some actually sent to us as well. So we're going to bring up the lovely and talented Fatima, an important part of our team. And Fatima is going to give me some of those questions and I will answer them. Are you there, Fatima? There she is.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay, give me the questions and I'll see if I can.
Okay, so the first question is, what makes the Do Good Ambassador program different from a typical affiliate or referral program?
Yeah, I think there's other things. We tried to get the best of everything. So, a travel app that provides guarantees on giving the lowest price, a travel app that provides one free trip every year. So I don't know of any other ones necessarily like that. Same with our Perks app. We're basically adding everybody. We've reversed engineered it for them. They get free marketing by and then giving it back to the individual who's they're giving their product to. So I think that that's one of the big things. But then the real big thing, as we know, is the good it's doing. With 70% of your money going back to eradicating hunger and homelessness, I mean that's a big thing. And even if you're giving to charities or whatever, that whole space now is coming under scrutiny, and that's why we do it. We partner with them. So now you've got measurable impact, and I think that's probably, if you strip everything away, all that other stuff is great, but for us, and I know for a lot of people, it will be that measurable impact. That's one of the most important things.
Right. My next question is, how much can someone realistically earn part-time if they stay consistent?
Yeah, so I mean that's going to be, and I would really say if you're going to do this and you're looking to make money, so you start by saying, okay, I'm going to focus on one a day. That might take you 5 minutes. It might take you an hour, but you go one a day. And so you're saying, okay, well, if I did one a day and I did that every day, like I'm talking to people every day, I'm on social media, I'm doing it. So I'm going to do one every day. That's going to be my, okay, cool. So that's 30 days in a month times 12. So that's 360 members you would have by the end of the year. So now you're looking at about 2,300 US. So whatever, that's 3,000 Canadian or whatever. But that's the foundation you've laid. If you continue to do it, in year two, you've replaced any income that you were making, and then you can say, "I'm going to do this more. I'm going to leave my job, do this full time because it keeps coming in." And then there's other ways. We're going to do trainings on ways you can increase it, ways you can reach out to other people, ways you can do it on social media. That's all coming. That's all coming within the next 30 days. So we'll help you do that. We'll have trainings probably on Saturdays. We'll do a 1 hour training and where people, affiliates can come on, ambassadors can come on, and they can get educated on ways in which they can take it from one a day, where they can personally do, to 5 a day. So I think that that's one of the big things that we've got that are going to help them. But that's realistic. So from the side hustle point of view, it's pretty solid. Plus, it's not like other products or whatever where you're going to take it for a while and then you're going to stop. And our job is to make sure you're winning more than you put in. So then, as 19-year-old kids said to us in our focus groups, why would we stop? So now you're doing it once and you get it paid for, a long time. So I think that's why it's different and why it's a good one that you can count on for additional income.
Right. Do I need sales experience to become a successful as an ambassador?
No. In fact, if you have sales experience, you might not be as good as other people. That's just a fact. You're not selling anything. Educate people. Here's the deal. The reality is this: educate them on the benefits to them, and then the additional one about the feeding and the homelessness. Educate them on that, and they'll either do it or they won't. If they don't want to do that, then that's fine. Just keep talking to other people. That's why you might have to talk to your one a day. You might have to talk to, it might be the first one, or it might be the 10th or 15th person that you talk to. It says okay. So that's the whole idea. There's consistency. That's why consistent effort over time is the formula for success.
Right. Can members really save more than the cost of membership through travel and perks?
Most people right now that are members are saving more through just to travel. I mean, somebody just called me and she saved $1,300 on her trip to Mexico that she took every year. And when she even called the hotel, because they stayed at the same hotel, the hotel said, "Yeah, this is true. And now that you're part of this program, we're actually going to upgrade you to a suite," which she at first took a little bit offense to. She said, "We go there every year," and they never did that too. But yeah, so yes, absolutely. There's no question people will save more. We're thinking it's between, closer to 3 times the amount, because you can save a lot, obviously, in the travels. But still, if you're going out, your restaurants, you're buying different things. You use the app. One of our members went to the Toronto Blue Jays. He wanted to. He's from Toronto. He wanted to take his wife. Tickets were expensive. He decided to check out ours. He saved $500. So yeah, you can definitely save more.
Mm-hmm. How does the ambassador program create real impact while people earn income?
Well, that's how we've talked about that already. With every 4870, 70% of that money, which you can go, by the way, on our website to see exactly where that goes, that's going to food. And this new program, by the way, brand new program we created, that's about eradicating homelessness. That includes job training, guaranteed jobs, and subsidized housing for the homeless. And we're partnering up with people, with charities in every single city in North America that love that model, because quite frankly, affordable housing is part of the problem, not the solution. So that's how we do that. So they can do that, and they can again go on quarterly our website. That will start actually very soon. You'll be able to see the actual impact rates. It's crazy.
Right. How are commissions tracked and paid out?
So ambassadors become, in essence, subcontractors. So you have your own, that you'll see the people that you've got in yours, in your own kind of dashboard, the people who are members and they're paying. And then you will get that payment. We're working on actually some really creative ways of getting it to you. And then you as a contractor, you understand that any taxes that you earn are your responsibility. You'll have additional write-offs on things like that, and you should get proper advice with that. But then you'll get at the end of the year, you'll get a statement along with a government contract that you were a contractor. This is what you earned from us. But we're also right now in talks with a major credit card to have that loaded right on the credit card, so you can get that on an ongoing basis, and maybe even every week you can get that. So that's what we're working on right now.
Amazing. How quickly can someone get started after joining?
Right away. Well, once you get to any affiliate program is pretty much the same. When you sign up, you're given a customized link. Every time you use that link and somebody signs up, that's $6 for you. And so you can start right away. As soon as you've got your link, you can start putting it out on social media. This is what I'm doing right now. Share it with everybody. Talk to everybody about it. Whatever excites you, share it. Some people I already know. Some people said, I'm going to talk about the feeding part and everything like that. I'm saying that's up to you. Go ahead. The reason we start with all the other stuff is because that usually excites the majority of people on saving money on travel. And I just got a guy yesterday that I started with that. And he says, okay, you don't even need to go any further. I travel this many times, and I can save a fortune. And I took him actually to our main site with our partner who set this up for 30 years, almost been doing it. And he went through the whole thing, and he's like, whoa, this is unbelievable. I'm going to save thousands. I said, well, do you want to know what's next? He actually said, no. I said, well, I'm telling you anyway. I'll tell you at least my part. Because 70% of that money is going to feeding kids and eradicating homelessness. And he's like, oh my goodness, wow, this is really unique. And he's got his own membership, his own community that he's taking it into. So you talk to the right people, you never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Right. If I only have a few hours a week, can this still work for me?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you have a few hours and you set yourself a goal. This is how many people I want to talk to, and reach out to them, send out messages, get them on social media. There's really no excuse anymore. They don't have to be, I know that in some industries like network marketing, talk about your warm market and all that. This isn't like that. Tell everybody, here's something where you can save a ton of money and do good. Check this out. Share it with them, and make sure every time you do, you include your link. So when they go to that link, they're going to see all the stuff and everything. And if they really like it, they're going to go, and all of a sudden you'll have these people signing up. Some of them you won't even know. So no, this is a good one, and you can do it with, with a little bit of time. And obviously, the more time you can put into it, the more successful you're going to be.
Amazing. That's all I had for today.
That's fantastic. So listen, thank you everybody. We appreciate the questions. We appreciate you, Sean. Tell your friends about this if you're interested. Maybe you want to do this in groups. That's always a fun way to do it as well. So you're not doing it alone. I've got people right now who are saying I'm going to go door to door. That's fine. Go door to door. That's what the charities do often. And make sure you go and make sure you have the everything there on your phone so you can show them. And I think that I think it can be fantastic. So anyway, thanks again. Appreciate you. Make it a great day. Enjoy your Friday, and of course, take that right into the weekend and have a great one. Thanks.